The Unseen Battle by Benny Roberts. Annie Benjamin walks slowly to a car with thoughts of sadness going through her mind. Her eyes full of tears, tears that were in her heart for more than a year now. She knows that her love for Grant is as strong as ever before, and the 8 years of their marriage still meant much to her. She also knows that things are not the same. She feels as if some dark cloud came on them and Grant is not seeing what she sees. As a pastoral couple, she knows that the pressure is on them as they have a burden for the lost, and the role Grant took as a pastor 2 years ago slowly but surely changed him. The anger that was never present in the past started to bring a gap between them. She longed for the days when they were living like a couple on a honeymoon every day. It slowly faded since he became shepherd of a flock of 300 plus, who now takes nearly all his time. She starts the engine and slowly drives off. As he drives off, her mind wanders to the early days. She was only 8 years old when her parents both died in a car crash, which left her with a grandfather who she still sees as the life coach that shaped her, the father and the hero of her life. The first days after the accident still haunts her sometimes. She remembers the pain in her heart as a young girl, an only child who had to deal with pain that only she knew. Her better memories are the times when her grandfather would daily in the morning hours call her to his room, 7 a.m. They had a Bible session. She had to read the Bible for him 7 days a week, and their 15 minutes together with the scriptures became something she looked forward to. It was a strategic plan he had with her. The old man died when Annie was 28, 2 years after she married Grant. He was for her more like a divine guardian after she lost both her parents, and their times together felt like heaven, especially after the crash. She thinks back when he called her to his room and she was just crying with no words coming from her mouth. That first morning with the scriptures, he told her to read the book of John 3:16, and God so loved the world. A small brain opened up, and what remains in her memory now is how he opened up this beautiful scripture. You are not alone, princess. You have me, but more importantly, you have a great big Father who is watching over you every day. One who will never die and will never leave you. She remembers how one who will never die stuck with her. Then there was the mornings when she started to laugh when he dramatically brought out stories of characters in the Old Testament of the Bible. In the mornings when she was so taken away by the stories about David, Moses, Joshua and others. Her grandfather was a Bible school, and he drives on a long quiet road. She has no place in mind. She just wants to take a long drive for hours. And in the distance she sees a young man hitchhiking, and without thinking, she stops and picks him up. She afterwards asks herself the question, in her mind, why did I pick him up? It came without thinking. He is tall, looks clean-shaven and attractive. He looks like he could be in his early 30s, more or less her age. His voice when he greeted her sounded like that of a late-night radio presenter, smooth and very gentle. He looked like the decent type, and when their eyes meet, she sees in him confidence and strength. And he now thinks of some of the men in the church. He reminds her of Devlin Hunter, one of the leaders that served with him. Devlin is very outspoken and sometimes he frustrates her. He is a I know it all, but his strength is in his optimistic attitude. So where are you heading? She asks him while he is taking off his sunglasses. He is tall, he is dressed with a very fashionable blue shirt and formal pants. She is in jeans and very casually dressed. She loves the sound of his voice when he speaks. The words comes out soft and clear. Well, I'm actually on a mission. I must get to someone who is a stumbling block and needs to be sorted out. It's a bit complicated, but depending on how long we will be together on this ride, I might give you more details, he says. And he smiles. Sounds very mysterious. Well, I hope you get what you are seeking. What do you do for a living? She continues. I am a messenger, a servant, a missionary, all in one, but my actual skill is training people. She now becomes quiet for a few minutes, and then she starts again. The term missionary is quite interesting. Me and my husband use that term in our work. We are Christian missionaries until we started to become the pastoral couple in one of the churches in the area. So that term I usually hear when it comes to Christianity. They drive slowly, and he starts to speak again. Yes, I know how that term is used. I could say I am also a missionary, but the mission is a bit different. I also do what is in my heart. I train people on our mission, and I go out to recruit or at times to execute the goals of our mission, which is what I'm about to do. She giggles again. You know, you sound actually like one of those men on assignment to kill the president or some important leader. He looks at her with a smile, and it just becomes quiet again. Then he goes back into her own thoughts. She believes in her husband. She knows that he is sold out for God. She believes in him. She remembers how she fell in love with him when she visited church, where he was the guest speaker. She was one of the many young ladies who wanted to know him better. He was not interested. He was not interested in any of the ladies. Grant was in her eyes always a cold one, and she started through him to see that she also was called to serve in God's ministry. She started to see why her grandfather deposited so much spirituality in her. She looks at the time and sees that it is only 10:15 a.m. At 2 p.m. she must pick up Myron at the school. He is a 6-year-old comfort, the only child. He has a lot of his father in him. He looks like his father, and when he is always laughing and humorous, it reminds her of the part of Grant not many see, because he always comes across like a very serious man. He knows how to make her laugh and how to make her feel good, but that has not been there for a long time now. Damien interrupts her thoughts. So tell me about yourself, and he starts again. Well, as I said, I am a pastor's wife and very happily married. We have our issues, as everyone does. I enjoy working with women and youth. There are so many broken people. I try to play my part, she says. He looks at her and waits a few minutes before he speaks again. So when it comes to your husband, it looks like things is not going the way it should go, I guess. She immediately responds with a defense. Why, no, we are okay. Like I said, everyone has their troubles. He looks at her with a subtle smile and starts to speak again. You can talk to me, Annie. You will be surprised at how good I am at giving advice. I've done it for years. Annie all of a sudden feels uncomfortable. No, I am fine. You did not tell me where to drop you off, Damien. He looks at her. No rush, Annie. I am really not in a rush. You are out just for a drive. So see me as a company you need right now. She starts to speak again. How do you know that I am out on a drive? I did not tell you that. He gives another subtle smile. Believe me, I know a lot of things. You need joy, and the joy you can have out of this conversation with me will not die. It will just become more. It will just become abundant, he speaks. Something immediately changes in her. Her heart immediately takes what comes out of his mouth, and in no time Annie is softened. She feels as if a veil is being removed, and after a few minutes of silence, she starts to speak in a different tone. I'm sorry, Damien, forgive me. I just wasn't thinking. Yes, you are right, I need you. I don't want you to go. I'm happy to have you with me. He starts to speak again. Like I said, I am on a mission. She looks at him. A sudden feeling of drawing nearer to him develops in her.